Hello everyone, this is Group 4 and today we're going to explore a simple but powerful idea, how a company like Pixar consistently turns out creative and has successful movies. We'll explain that their secret isn't just about hiring talented people, it's about building a culture of collective creativity. This means they empower every team member with freedom and build supportive environment for honest and constructive feedback. Throughout this presentation, we'll dive deeper into how they foster this culture, the crucial role of leadership in nurturing curiosity, and the practical enablers and blockers of creativity that every organization can learn from.
As we shift into the ideas of creative confidence, we're really thinking about reclaiming a part of ourselves that often get buried under fear. Most people aren't limited by a lack of creativity. They're limited by four quiet saboteurs: the uncertainty of the messy unknown, the worry of being judged, the hesitation before taking the first step, and the discomfort to not being in control. But creative confidence doesn't run a single leap. It grows through small, steady wins that remind us that we can experiment, explore, and build. At its core, creativity isn't a gift reserved for a chosen few. It's a practice, something we strengthen every time we dare to try, even imperfectly.
Hello everyone! So we know that Pixar doesn't just make great movies. They have a powerful formula for creativity. And here's how we can use their three principles in our lives, especially as students. So the first point is by empowering creativity with freedom and ownership. So this means that we take control of our own projects and ideas. So for example, for a class presentation, don't just follow the template. Choose a topic that you're actually passionate and curious about. And also choose a format that you enjoy. For example, an essay, a video, or a presentation in front of the class. And the second point is to foster a peer culture with open and honest feedback. So we can help our own friends to improve by giving and receiving kind and constructive criticism. So for example, we can form a study group where we proofread each other's essays. And in this way, we can give each other feedback and we can all improve together. And the third point is to encourage communication across all levels and departments. So this means that we talk to other people outside of our usual circle. And for example, as uni students, we can chat with students from different majors outside of our classes and outside of our majors in order to learn and be open to new perspectives. So by taking ownership, collaborating honestly, and connecting widely with other people, we can bring a little bit of Pixar's magic into our own university projects.
So, fostering curiosity is not just a soft skill, but a strategic advantage as it fuels innovation, minimizes costly errors, and enhances collaboration by encouraging proactive problem solving and knowledge sharing. Critically, this perspective challenges traditional business models that prioritize efficiency and predictable outcomes over exploration, suggesting that a culture of inquiry is essential for a long-term adaptability and resilience. For instance, companies like Google, with its famous 20% time policy, allows employees to explore passion projects and have famously generated innovations like Gmail, which demonstrates how structured curiosity can yield tangible business breakthroughs. This teaches us that intentionally hiring curious people, leaders modeling inquisitive behavior, and prioritizing learning goals are essential investments to future proof an organization.
Okay, next is about creativity killers and enablers. So this slide gets to the heart of what truly fuels or kills creativity, and it's more about environment than innate talent. So let's break it down. So the first side is the killers. So what I learned is that creativity isn't murdered in a single blow. It's slowly suffocated by unrealistic deadlines, micromanagement, and teams where everyone thinks the same. These things create fear and shut down innovation. While on the other side is the enablers. So the antidote is to build an environment that encourages autonomy, brings together diverse perspectives, and most importantly, fosters psychological safety, where people aren't afraid to suggest a wild idea. Finally, it's about supporting intrinsic motivation, the personal passion for the work, and simply providing the right resources to make it happen. So, how can I implement this? So, as a deputy team leader, I can fight for one realistic deadline this month, and in my next meeting, I can actively invite a dissenting opinion. So, for my own creativity, I will protect my time from micromanagement, seek out diverse sources of inspiration, and give myself the resources, whether it's time, tools, or quiet, to do my best work. So, in conclusion, creativity is a fragile flame. You can command it, but you can create the condition for it to thrive by removing the killers and actively enabling it.
So, before we end our presentation, let's look at the main takeaways for fostering a creative culture inspired by the Pixar's approach. So, our first key point is that creativity thrives in supportive and trusting environments. It's not just about hiring talented people, it's about building a workspace where they feel safe to share ideas, take risks, and even make mistakes without fear. And this leads to our second conclusion, which is the leader have a crucial role to play. They have actively work to cultivate curiosity by asking questions and showing they have value exploration. And at the same time, they need to be dedicated to removing barriers like unrealistic deadlines or micromanagements that can kill creativity. And finally, it's important to remember that building this kind of culture doesn't happen overnight. Our third takeaway is that small, consistent practices leads to a sustainable creative culture. It's the daily habit of open communication, giving constructive feedbacks, and empowering teams that create long-term success. And by focusing on these principles, any organizations can unlock the powerful collective creativity of its people. And that's it from our group presentation. Thank you for listening.